The 9-Acre Revival project is a journey of unexpected twists, as we saw with the recent discovery of the power of attorney documents. Yet even amidst that looming legal question, another pressing issue demanded our immediate attention: the 2.5-acre fruit orchard. This was the very reason I had flown back to Malaysia, and it was time to find a resolution that honored both the land's potential and our family's peace. That Saturday morning, the air was thick with anticipation. The power of attorney issue, while serious, had been temporarily set aside. My focus was on the addendum to our agreement, a document I had meticulously prepared to address the fruit orchard. Over breakfast, I handed the draft to my father, the local manager, for his review. He read through it carefully, nodding in understanding. The content was clear. Days before, an unexpected call had come from the daughter of the family member who had raised concerns about the fruit orchard. This daughter, a busy professional living in the city, insisted on being included in any further discussions. Her intention was clear: to ensure there were no misunderstandings. Of course, I readily agreed. It became clear that her mother's assumption that her city-dwelling daughter would have no interest in village land was entirely mistaken. The fact that the daughter had been unaware of the issue until recently didn't mean she was uninterested. On the contrary, once the orchard became a topic of family discussion, she showed a keen and surprising interest. We then made our way to our matriarch's house, where the family member who had raised the orchard issue, along with her daughter, were also present. In a modern-day Malaysian custom, especially common in the city, the daughter had arrived laden with an array of delightful food ordered through delivery services: kuih tiao, apam balik, roasted beef, chicken chop and fried bananas. In a warm family gesture, she had also prepared traditional nasi lemak and milk tea. The table groaned under the weight of the feast. The family gathered, enjoying the meal and the comfortable chatter. This is a deeply ingrained habit in Malaysian culture. Food comes first, before any serious business. Going straight into negotiations, as might be customary in some Western cultures, simply isn't done here, especially in a family context. After about an hour and a half of shared food and conversation, people began to settle, ready to talk. I started by recapping the discussion held a week ago, gently bringing everyone back to the core issue. Then, I turned to the family member who had raised the initial concern about the 2.5-acre fruit orchard. Compared to last week, I asked, is there anything you would like to add or request? She confirmed that apart from her previously stated concern, there was no other matter to raise. Then, her daughter subtly requested a private conversation in another room. I gave them space, understanding the need for a private family dialogue. After a few minutes, they returned, and the mother confirmed that nothing had changed. It was my turn to speak. I explained that while my initial intention was to manage the 2.5-acre fruit orchard, it had inadvertently created issues among family members. Therefore, after thorough consideration, I had decided that the 7-acre palm oil estate was already a significant undertaking. Managing an additional 2.5-acre fruit orchard would be too much on my plate. Considering the potential for family conflict and the benefit of focusing my efforts on the palm oil estate, I had decided to exclude the 2.5-acre fruit orchard from the agreement. I waited for reactions, allowing the family members a few moments to digest this carefully considered decision. After a short silence, it became clear that the family member who had raised the issue, and even our matriarch, agreed with the decision. No one requested me to reconsider or hoped that I would still invest in the fruit orchard. This confirmed that, despite my initial plans, this was indeed for the best. I then presented the addendum to the agreement, formalizing the exclusion of the orchard. Our matriarch signed it, and even she seemed satisfied with this conclusion, understanding that it avoided potential conflict within the family. The addendum brought a sense of finality to the situation. It prevented a family conflict and saved me from some maintenance costs, a small consolation given the low probability of the fruit's commercial success. The responsibility for the orchard now rests with the family member who is set to inherit it, leaving me with a profound sense of what could have been. Sometimes, things don't go exactly as we wish, and that's perfectly fine. The important thing is to remain transparent and lay all issues clearly on the table to find common ground where all stakeholders can agree. My primary objective, to make our matriarch happy, is still achievable, even without the 2.5-acre fruit orchard in my direct management. However, this experience also taught me that prioritizing family harmony can sometimes mean letting go of a better vision. My father and I both believed the orchard had a far greater potential to be commercially viable and a source of income, especially with our planned management and ideas. We had even extended an invitation for the family member to be a part of the planning. The biggest lesson is that you can't force someone to share your vision for their own benefit, and sometimes the only path forward is to accept a difficult compromise for the sake of peace. That night, my family and I returned home with mixed feelings. While we were deeply satisfied that a possible family conflict had been averted, the lingering thought was the remorse of the missed opportunity for the orchard. The path forward, while still complex, felt clearer and more harmonious. The power of attorney issue, of course, was now the next challenge to be solved. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel for more inspiring journeys and updates. Thank you for watching.